Well, this is annoying. I sat down to record my videos today. I actually have 3 that I can record, which is exciting. And my camera was not charged up. It was only at like 40%. My last camera, the 7D, I had a power adapter. It was like a fake battery that you would, it's not a fake battery. Well, yeah, it was a fake battery. You would plug it in there and it had a line out that you would plug into the wall, so you never had to worry about the battery running out, which is awesome. But this is a new camera and I didn't have that yet, so I always have to, make sure it's plugged in. And this weird thing about this camera, that's one of the few things that's really driving me crazy, is that it charges through USB. It's got a USB port, but you can't. It charges it, but it's also a data port, so you can't have it plugged in and stream out of it at the same time for some reason. Like, you can't use it while it's plugged in other words. And that's super annoying. Another reason why that's annoying is because with the 7D, I was able to pull up a Canon Utility over here on my screen and control it through the computer. So if I wanted, I couldn't zoom in and out, but I could change the ISO and all that kind of stuff, and I could hit record without having to reach over and deal with the camera. I could just do it right here on my computer. And for some reason, this has a computer interface thing. It is not connecting with the camera for some reason. It keeps saying that there's not one there, so it doesn't work anyway. But even if it did work, I wouldn't be able to do that with this because it can't be connected over USB and record at the same time. That's kind of really stupid, actually. So it's not a perfect solution, but it's a solution anyway. So I'm gonna stick with it. I still got a couple of weeks, I guess, before my 30-day window to return it goes up. And I don't know, we'll see. But so anyway, I'm letting it charge right now. I went ahead and ordered the power pack, but it's not going to get here till Friday, so it doesn't really help me right now. So all I can do right now is just sit here, and I got other things that I can do, but I specifically wanted to get up and get started early this morning because I didn't get it. I should have recorded this yesterday. I think anybody who watches these videos, should anybody ever come back and look through these, I think you'll get a good sense of just how frustrating some of the technical aspects of this can be, this being the YouTube channel. And I think I hit these little plateaus. Like, there's like periods of turmoil when I'm trying to figure it all out, and then I get it in a nice, comfortable, safe place where I can do it, and there's not a whole lot of fighting. I can, I've got it figured out, and I can do the thing. And it sits there for a good 6 months or so, and then something either goes down, or I got to tweak something, or I bring in a new piece of equipment or something, or I find some new efficiency, which once it all gets settled, it'll be better. But it's all the figuring it out and getting everything where it needs to be that's just super frustrating, especially at times like this when I'm at a place now where this is my income, this is my job, this is what I do, and I can't do my job. You know how frustrating it is when you can't do your job? That's how I feel right now. Like I'm just trying to do my job, man, and I can't because it's being this way. Anyway, frustrations. So I just updated the Patreon account, or the Patreon page. I took away the $3 option because the perk for the $3 option was getting a PDF of all the scripts from the videos, and it's a good year old. I mean, like, all the scripts in this document, this ebook, if you want to call it that, are literally from the first. I mean, I don't think it's been updated since like last spring, like spring of 2016. And I thought about updating it and including it, but I've never heard anybody from Patreon or anywhere say that that was something that they enjoyed or that they were happy to get, or I've heard no feedback whatsoever about it. I don't know if anybody has read through it or anything. And besides, I've been thinking a lot about putting a book together of some kind. like actually taking these scripts and turning them into some kind of book. It might just be a book of scripts that somebody could buy, or it might be, taking some of these topics and expanding on them. Maybe take my 10 favorite or most popular videos and making different chapters out of those. That's obviously a big project that I don't have time to do right now, but in the future, having some kind of book, I always thought would be a great idea. And I've already had some publishers reach out to me, very small publishers that deal with YouTubers, so it's not like Penguin Books has called me or something. It's nothing like that. But so I'm thinking about doing that, and because of that, I thought, well, let's just take this off the table, because I don't think anybody's really reading it anyway, and I don't have time to go through and completely redo this ebook to make it worth it. And I only had a handful of people that donated at that level anyway. So anyway, I got rid of it. I added 2 levels though that I don't know that anybody in the world would ever do. They're kind of ridiculous. So my top level previous to yesterday was a $50 level that I only had 4 openings for. And the reason I only did 4 was because the big perk there was you get to pick a video each month, which the people, I've got 4 people donating at that level, which is awesome. They're my big guys. But it's funny, I don't get a lot of, I connect with them every month, or I try to anyway, and I'm like, hey, you guys have a topic you want me to do a video on? And I hardly ever get anything. And that's not me being upset at them, or if they don't have anything and they just want to keep supporting at that level, my God, thank you. I'm always feeling like I need to make sure that my Patreon people are taken care of and they feel like they're getting their money's worth. And it's just a big thing for me. I always feel like I'm not delivering enough. I'm not providing enough. But, I keep checking in. I say, do you want to do a video on a topic? And sometimes they have one. Usually they don't. So anyway, that was my top level until yesterday. And then yesterday I added a $250 level. I don't expect anybody to take this, by the way. But the $250 level would be basically, you would get, can you see? Yeah, right there. You would get that cubby, and you could put anything you want in it. So it's more like a sponsorship level. So if you had a company per se, and you wanted to promote your company by having their logo up there, or a little, totem icon design thing that you want to promote your company, you could do that. So that would be like a sponsorship level, basically. I kind of figured, why not? Why not just see if anybody wants to do it? And speaking of why not, this is a huge why not. I'm laughing at it because it's so ridiculous, and nobody will ever do this. And if they did, I would probably insist I return their money. But I added a next level, and the level was called "Help Joe Buy a Tesla," and it's $1,000 a month. It's lit, and I this is what I have in the description. I say, do not click this link. It will literally take $1,000 out of your account and give it to me. You will get nothing in return. This is the worst transaction in all of human history. Why are you still reading this? If anybody did do it, I would probably insist on returning their money, because I can't imagine why somebody would do that. It must be a mistake. The reason I did it was, again, why not? I just thought it was funny. It's really meant just to make people laugh. But then again, if there's some millionaire out there or billionaire that for some reason loves my channel and wants to throw that money at me, it's kind of like, okay, why not? It's one of these things, like, you just never know what opportunities you might be missing by just not trying it. Why not? I don't know. It's 99% a joke. But if there's one guy out there that for some reason wants to do this, fine, I'll take it. So that's something I did yesterday. Beyond that, I think that's all I've got to report on right now. I've been trying to sell my Vespa lately, and I'm supposed to meet a guy this evening, and hopefully it'll go okay. I need the money from selling the Vespa to pay for some car repairs that I did a couple months ago. Um, it's kind of sad. My wife and I got married in Italy, and when we got back, one of the first things we did, we were like, we gotta get a Vespa. Hello. Uh, and we did. There was a place nearby here in Dallas called University Scooters. Actually, it's called Vespa Dallas now. But anyway, we went and bought it. And at the time, we lived in a wonderful area for having a Vespa. Anyway, it was like right by, anybody who's familiar with Dallas, there's an area called Lower Greenville. And there's a lot of bars there, a lot of restaurants, a lot of cool places to hang out. And I was just a few blocks away from it. And it's all residential streets. There's no big thoroughfares or anything. So having this Vespa and being able to just go to these places was awesome because parking is hideous over there. So you can literally just ride your Vespa up on the sidewalk and walk in. You know, it was awesome for that. But then we moved, not to the suburbs or anything, but to a house. We have a house now. And I love the neighborhood. It's great. We'll probably be here for a long time. We've already been here 8-9 years, something like that. But it's surrounded by very large streets, big 3-lane, 60 mile. Well, it's 45 miles an hour speed limit, but everybody goes 60. And I just don't feel safe riding the Vespa on that. And I've ridden it less and less and less to the point that it wound up sitting in my garage for the last 3 or 4 years without getting used. And I actually had to spend a little bit of money to get it fixed up so that it would run and get the inspection done and registration and all that kind of stuff so that I could sell it. And it's sad. I don't like it. Breaks my heart to get rid of it. And I think it's been sitting there for a while. That's why it's just been sitting there for 3 years. Like I've known for a very long time I need to sell it and get rid of it. But it's a sentimental thing, and I really love riding it. It's just I'm not in the right neighborhood to ride it, unfortunately. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes tonight. I'm supposed to meet up with the guy, and I don't know. So that's what's going on with me. I guess I'll just get a little bit of work done, and hopefully the thing will finish charging soon. And yeah, there you go. That's been too much information. Later, guys.